Namaste students. Today we are going to read the chapter The Tsunami, chapter 2 of our book Honeydew, class 8. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. So, students, in this chapter, we will read some of the courageous stories during the time of tsunami and even the answer of a big question that did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Here we begin. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Lignatius, the manager of a cooperative society in Katal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Lignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So the first story is of Lignatius. Lignatius is a manager in cooperative society in Katal. One morning, his wife woke him up at 6 a.m., sensing an earthquake. Lignatius put the television on the ground to save it from the quake. Then all the members of the family rushed out. When the tremors means it is an earth shake during an earthquake. When tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising and they all were confused. And in chaos and confusion, they all ran, but they ran in opposite direction. His wife was swept away, her two children along with a father and brother, they were also lost. Thus Lignatius lost his wife, two children, his father-in-law, his brother-in-law in the tsunami. So we can say that Lignatius was very unfortunate. Only three children who came with him were saved. Here we begin with the second story. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Katal Island of Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of Joan, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Now here comes the story of brave Sanjeev, who was policeman. He managed to save himself and his wife and his baby daughter. But then he heard a cries for help, and this was from Joan's wife. Joan was the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to save her. But what happened, students? They both were swept away and drowned. Here comes the next story. 13 years old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. This story, the third story, is of, we can say, fortunate Meghna. How? Meghna was 13 years old and she was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. But she held on to a wooden door and kept floating on it for 2 days. And then she was brought up to the shore by a wave and she was saved. She saw relief helicopters there, but relief helicopters were not able to see Meghna. And one day she was brought to a shore by a wave and she was saved. Almas Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Nancowry Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Here we begin with the next story of Almas Javed, who is 10 years old girl, and he is a convent student. His father had a petrol pump and his mother Rahila's home was in Nancowry Island. The family had gone to celebrate the Christmas, and when the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Now, what happened? Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to safer place. As they ran, her father was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him, then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of the coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a receipt moved back from there, where it was relief helicopter. Helicopter bringing help to people. Not to be republished. The Tsunami 27 hospital in Kamorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Now, a story is of Almus, who is 10 years old girl. His father has a petrol pump and they were at her mother's house to celebrate the Christmas. One morning when they felt remorse, her father, what Almus do? He saw the sea water receding. He understood that the water would now recede. Alma was 10 years old. The family was sleeping, but her father had woken up. He saw the water receding after the tremors. He knew it would come back with great force. He knew that it will come back with great force, and he woke up everyone trying to rush to a safer place. As they all were running, what happened? Alma's father rushed to help everyone. Then came a big wave and swept both away. Even her mother, aunts washed away too. They were swept away with the tree they were holding on to. Now this Almas, who found a log, a piece of wood floating into the water, she climbed on it and she fainted. Then she was brought to a hospital with a relief helicopter bringing help to the people during the floods and all. The Tsunami 27 hospital in Kamorta. From there she was brought to Port Blair again. The little girl does not want to talk to anyone. She is still traumatized. She is still in a bad condition. She was not able to speak anything. So students, here we complete the first part of the chapter, the Tsunami. Second part we will continue in our next video.